Is this a mammal? What do you guys think? If you saw the video yesterday, you already know the answer because we talked about it yesterday. Yes, it's a mammal. I mistakenly called it a humpback whale yesterday. That is not the case. It is a sperm whale. But we're going to talk today about this type of mammal. It says baby whales drink milk. And we learned yesterday that that's one of the criteria. We talked about what makes a mammal a mammal. Why is a cow a mammal and a cardinal isn't? Why is a whale a mammal and a salmon isn't? So that's what we're going to talk about today, is this particular type of mammal. And then we're going to do a project related to that. I'm not going to read the entire book, but I do want to show you some of the pictures and talk about baby whales drink milk. Whales are huge sea animals. They live in the ocean the way fish do. A whale's enormous body is shaped like a fish, but it is not a fish. It is a mammal. Humans are mammals. So you, me, Eli, Henry, your mom, your dad, we are all mammals. Cats, dogs, horses, and pigs are mammals too. They all feed their babies milk that comes from their bodies. Remember, we talked about that yesterday. That's one of the criteria when you're deciding, is this a mammal, is it not? Does it feed its baby milk? If the answer is yes, it's a mammal. Whales are mammals, and their babies drink milk too. Whales are very different from fish. Most fish hatch from eggs. So if you think about that all the way back when we were learning about fish, we learned about fish and eggs. But almost all mammals are born alive. Does anybody remember yesterday when we talked about mammals, that one weird funky animal that doesn't give birth to live babies, that lays eggs? Think about that. Extra credit if you remember that. But almost all mammals are born alive. A baby whale is born out of its mother's body, and it's called a calf. So when the whale gives birth, it gives birth to a live baby, not eggs, and its baby is called a calf. Whales are gigantic at birth. This calf was 14 feet long when it was born, about the size of a canoe. The mother pushed her new baby gently to the water's surface. It quickly filled its lungs with air. So there's another thing, that it has lungs. It doesn't have gills. It has lungs. So that's another way that we know that it's a mammal. Humpback whales have 2 breathing holes at the top of their head, and they're called blowholes. The whale breathes through the holes the way that we breathe through our nose. So that's how they breathe, except they have a blowhole on the top of their head. All mammals are warm-blooded. Whales are warm-blooded too. The temperature inside the whale's body is almost always the same, even in the coldest water, even in warm water. So a whale, if it's swimming through really cold waters, if it's swimming through warm water, it maintains that same body temperature. Fish are different. Fish are cold-blooded. Their body temperature changes if the water temperature changes. You guys remember that. You know from our cold fish experiment, when we had our goldfish and we lowered the temperature of their water, what happened? The fish's movement and breathing slowed down. Then we brought the water back up. The fish started moving around more, and actually the goldfish that we used lived longer than the other goldfish that we had. But so if you think about that, think about our experiment with our fish and how it's cold-blooded. Well, not the whale. Fish are different. Fish are cold-blooded. Their body temperature changes if the water temperature changes, but people are warm-blooded mammals too. You may feel chilly or you may feel warm, but when you take your temperature with the thermometer, it will always be the same, about 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit. So if you go out and play in the snow, if you're running around the beach in the summertime, your body temperature will remain pretty much, the same. You're warm-blooded and your body temperature will stay the same, unlike our little fish. All mammals have fur or hair. A whale doesn't have much hair, only a few bristles on its head. A whale has no fur to keep it warm. Instead, it has a deep layer of fat under its skin called blubber. You guys remember our blubber. Remember when we talked about how animals stay warm? You see this layer of fat here? This blubber right here, that thick layer of fat. Do you guys remember when we took our hands, we put our hands into the baggie in the ice cold water and how it felt freezing, and then we coated our hands with the vegetable shortening, the thick layer of blubber, and we put our hands back into that ice water and we really couldn't even feel it. This is what our whale has. Okay. And here are other whale facts. This is a blue whale is the biggest animal that has ever lived on Earth. The blue whale can weigh as much as 25 elephants. That is huge. The orca, baby orcas are born with black and yellow markings, but after about a year, their yellowish spots turn white like their parents. I did not know that. Dolphins live in groups called pods. They're among the fastest swimmers. Sperm whales. This guy. Sperm whales can dive as far as a mile down under the ocean and stay underwater for more than an hour until they need to come up for air. Oh, and the narwhal. The narwhal is sometimes called the unicorn whale. I know a lot of you guys love unicorns. Because the males grow long tusk. This tusk is really a huge tooth. How bizarre. Okay. So here's the narwhal down here. Sperm whale, the blue guy in the middle, the orca, the dolphin. Okay. So now we'll do a little art. And in your packet, there's a piece of paper that says how to draw a humpback whale. And what you're going to do, you follow those instructions. It has about 5 or 6 different steps, and it shows you step by step how to draw one. So what I want you guys to do is you're going to draw your whale, and then when you're done, you're going to show it to me. You can show it to me when we Skype or FaceTime. Your mom or dad can take a picture and send it to me, but I want to see all of your humpback whale pictures. And if you, follow those directions, they're going to come out beautiful. Everyone's will be a little different, but that is the fun of art and drawing. So I cannot wait to see those, and that was fun learning about a different kind of mammal.